I made over $262,000 on Turo in just 1 year. It took me 8 years and thousands of trips hosted to figure out the most important things you need to know to run a successful Turo business. In this video, I'm going to take everything I learned in those 8 years and deliver them to you in just 8 minutes. This is 8 years on Turo in 8 minutes. Start the clock. Lesson number 8. In business, we walk before we run. When beginning a journey that requires new skills and financial investment, it's important to know if it's something you actually want to commit to. Now on Turo, I recommend you start as small as you can. See, when I first started out, I only rented out one car, and it was a car that I already had, this amazing little smart car. I did that so I could see if I actually enjoyed the business while avoiding the financial risk of buying a car just for Turo. There are a lot of lessons on hosting on Turo that apply no matter who or where you are. That's kind of what this channel is all about. But there are little tricks to the trade that are entirely unique to your own circumstances. And the only way to learn them is through experience. So dip your toes, experience Turo, and see if it's actually right for you. And it may not be, and that is totally okay. But if you're like me and you like how hosting feels, then that takes us to the next lesson. Lesson 7, research the cars. Oh, I cannot emphasize this one enough. So you enjoy hosting cars on Turo and you want to make it into a business. Now what? Well, you're gonna need cars, but these cars are not gonna be, flimsy joyrides or your favorite shade of green or your dad's favorite car from 1987, as much as you may love it. They need to be carefully chosen for their purpose, which is to make money. So based on the data available to you that you're going to gather from market research, you're gonna be able to determine which cars work well. You'll want to buy cars that have high demand on Turo's platform, that have a high profit margin, that don't depreciate too much, and also that have relatively low maintenance and low risk. It's also worth thinking about the kind of people that you want to cater to. So imagine the perfect car for their interests and why they might be renting from you. If you're imagining a couple that wants to seek an adventure and you're based in Colorado, then something like a Jeep or a Subaru is going to be perfect for your market. Or maybe you're thinking of someone who likes luxury and is visiting LA for the weekend, then maybe something like a BMW or a Tesla. So remember this. Buy cars that make sense for your goals and your budget, but most importantly, your market. You don't want to go off buying a dune buggy if you're living in Manhattan, because that just wouldn't make any sense at all. Lesson number 6, you want to get your Turo listing seen. Let me show you something. Would you drive this car? Okay, now what about this car? You can see that there is a stark difference between the two. So of course, these two pictures are of the same car, but because the second picture is better quality and more flattering, you would probably be more likely to rent it, wouldn't you? There is no point in having a good car if no one can see how good it is. And these days, sometimes even good isn't enough. In this world of endless content and distraction, you need to be amazing to stand out. So do that. Invest some time and resources in maxing out the presentation of your car in your listing and make it amazing. Make it so a customer can't look away, and that when they see your listing, they know that this is the car that they are absolutely going to book. So let's get on to the next lesson. Lesson number 5, provide the best customer service. This lesson is incredibly important. As a provider of services, you want your renters to have a positive experience with you as a host. If your car was clean and exactly what they needed, but you were difficult to communicate with and kind of just a jerk, chances are that your renter will find someone else next time to rent from. And that's not what you want, because you want that repeat and referral business, because that's how you grow your empire. Try to really put yourself in the shoes of your guests and imagine the kinds of things that you would want when you were renting a car. You would want someone friendly, accommodating, and someone that has great communication so you know exactly what to expect. Try your best to be those things. A happy customer is a customer who will come back, and a very happy customer will leave you a 5-star review raving about what a great host you were. And having 5-star reviews is a great way to stand out and secure your future rentals. Make no mistake, being nice to people is not a bonus. It's a part of the experience, so it's something that you really, really want to focus on. Lesson 4. Protect yourself and your cars. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know that things can go wrong in this business. If we had more time, I'd tell you, but for now, let's just say in the early days of Turo, I had one too many conversations with the cops in the middle of the night, and that's something I absolutely do not miss anymore because I'm protected, so I don't have to deal with that stuff. So what do I mean by that? I don't want you guys to have to go through the same things though, so I'll tell you this. Make sure that you plan for risk, accidents, damages, thefts, and other things that could go wrong, and protect yourself with the right tools. One bad day could bring down your entire business. So it is extremely important that you understand how insurance works, how to maximize the protection you get from your Turo host protection plans. On top of that, you can add extra layers of protection with things like GPS trackers, kill switches, and so many more precautions that you can take. You can check out my website, powerhost.club, to get an in-depth walkthrough of the best ways to maximize your downside risk so that you feel safe and secure in your Turo journey. Lesson number 3, automate as much as possible. It's 2023 and the future has arrived. Tools of AI and automation can greatly improve the efficiency of your business and your own experience of managing it. Turo has incorporated these tools into many aspects of their platform, and I totally encourage that you use them. Once your business reaches a certain size, you will probably also be able to begin outsourcing certain aspects of it. So for example, you can hire mobile detailers to come wash your cars, clean them. That way it really saves you the time and effort of having to do it yourself. My favorite way though to automate the Turo business is utilizing Turo's new automated messaging system. This system really ensures that your communication is on point with your Turo guests and that you never miss a beat. In general, automating as much of the tedious stuff as possible will let you devote more time and energy to things that actually improve your business in the long run. Okay, we are nearly there. Lesson number 2, networking. A common saying is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I don't completely agree, but it's something to keep in mind. Some opportunities and knowledge are just not available when you start out and can't be acquired all by yourself. This is where you look to other people in your area to help you. Becoming a part of a community strengthens all the individual members of that community, and this is true for Turo as well. On online forums, you can learn from people with more expertise than you, and they'll be happy to help you if you ask them questions. Being part of a community will also mean you stay updated on the changes in the Turo world, which is important if you want to build a sustainable business over the long term. Plus, it's just nice being a part of a community. It's nice to help each other. I personally love to have you in my community, which you can check out in the details in the description down below. And finally, lesson number 1. We are there. You want to enjoy the ride. What's the point of it if it's not fun? I began my business on Turo to get away from the same old 8-hour indoor routine and to take my life in a new direction. Now I'm regularly on the move, talking with lots of different people. I get to creatively expand my business in a way that I want. I also get to use the platform I've built to help you guys do the same and to make a positive impact on this community. One of the best things about starting your own business is that it's a journey, and every day is another step forward. If you work hard, you'll succeed, but it can also be easy to become too focused on tomorrow and to always be stressed out about the next thing on the horizon. It's important to savor the little things, not to take yourself too seriously, and just to enjoy the ride. And that's everything, guys. 8 years of my hosting experience in 8 minutes. Check out this last video I posted about how I made $262,000 in just 1 year on Turo and get the play-by-play of how I did it.